Hello students. Today's curriculum tutorial, we will be covering self-defense. For all of our beginner levels, we'll be demonstrating all your belt level self-defenses. That's 3 for each belt level. From intermediate and above, we're gonna focus on the first 3 for each of your belt levels. And remember, in order for this to work at home, you're gonna need to find a partner to attack you. It could be a parent, it could be a sibling, whoever it might be, but it's gonna work best if you have a partner to attack you. All right, let's get started. All right, hi blue belts. You have 6 self-defenses, but today we're only gonna focus on 3, okay? We're gonna go right through them. 2-hand shoulder grab, all right? Let's start with the first one. It's 2-hand shoulder grab. Remember, when they grab you, they're gonna kind of get your momentum. The first thing you do is bend your knees to brace yourself. Punch. Yeah! Punch right to the solar plexus. It's a hip throw. So let's see how we want to do this. I'm right-sided, so I like to throw from my right hip. So I always know when I go, after I punch, my right hand goes on the outside of her elbows, left hand goes on the inside of her elbows. See? Just like this. Goes just like this. I'm gonna step left. When I step left, to her foot, I pull down her left arm. Watch, right at the bend of the elbow. See, it brings her right to me. So again, punch, yeah! Right hand the outside, left hand the inside, step left, pull her in. Step in front of her into a sitting stance, wrap my hand around. So I'm gonna move this way. Look at my feet, wider than hers in a sitting stance. Okay? I'm still grabbing her elbow. I should be able to kind of like balance her, right? I'm gonna come over my right shoulder. I have good control. Yeah! Hold on and then follow up with a punch. All right, let's try it one more time. This one can be really tricky, so maybe if you're throwing your parent at home or someone bigger, try your best, okay? So again, she does the shoulder grab. I'm gonna do a punch. Yeah! I like my right. So that means right hand goes on the outside, left hand goes on the inside. I step left. Look at, she's gotta come towards me. Let's say she's a lot larger than me. Like one of my, like all the male instructors, like Mr. Human, Mr. Leahy, Mr. Andrews, they're bigger. It's really hard. You're gonna come over, sitting stance. You might not be able to throw as much, but as long as you bend your knees, you should be able to at least roll them over. Come over, yeah! And then punch. Okay? That's a hard one, so try that one. 2. I think 2 is complicated, as in there's a lot, 3 different options on the ground, okay? She's gonna push me back for the punch, 2-hand shoulder grab. The first thing I wanna do is punch. Yeah! Right? From here, look at, when I punch, we call it a cover. So she pushes me back. You could go to here or a sitting stance. Doesn't matter. Yeah! I block and punch. The hand that punched, that's my right. I like my right side. The right hand goes under. See, I'm grabbing this arm. Under. Hand against her face. Okay? I'm gonna step back left and take her to the ground. Keep this in close. Look, I push left. Keep her on her side. See? I just took her down. Switch, left hand here, right hand up on her face. I even want her on her side even more. Look at her, she come here. So let's call this an arm bar. The hand goes down by her face, make your arm straight, put her straight. She should have like a hitchhiker's thumb, see? Her thumb should almost be like up. I'm gonna pull back until she taps. That's 1. That's an option, okay? You can follow with the punch. Here's the other. You come to here, you're gonna practice all 3 of them. This hand comes around. This hand goes up to her wrist. This is very sensitive. I'm gonna push right here at her knuckles really softly, up. She already feels that. The last one is the arm bar back against the legs. I straighten my leg a little bit. In real life, you're just gonna drive it back. But I'm gonna drive it back. I know she already feels it. And then, yeah! Punch. Okay? Good Good, Miss Tran, one more time. That's the hardest one because there's so many different arm maneuvers on the ground. She does two-hand shoulder grab. Yeah, I block. My right hand goes underneath because I want to go to my right side. I take her down. I'm going to turn to where you can see me. I put my knee up against her back. I switch. That switch is kind of hard, remember? Thumb up. 1. Good. Practice. That same hand that was on her face goes here. Press up. 2. Press back. 3. And yeah! Punch. Okay? Good job, guys. There's one left. The last two-hand shoulder grab, you're going to go, imagine someone pushing you against the wall. I'll show it one time against the wall, but right here, Miss Tran is getting a two-hand shoulder grab. The wall, my back is up against the wall now. Well, what can I do? Once I hit the wall, I got to move. So I'm going to turn it at a 45-degree angle so you can see me. I'm going to have her go to my left side. Left hand, right above her elbow, right hand, right underneath her elbow. Look what I do. Actually, I'm sorry, that's right underneath her wrist. Look, I'm going to pop it up and trap her elbow. See, from here, I'm going to push her against the wall. So it goes like this. Trap, turn. She's against the wall now. I'm going to use my right knee, horizontal knee strike, step back, chopping left. I'm going to kick her into the wall. Yeah! Side kick. Okay, let's try it where you can see it kind of against the wall. Okay, she's going to push me up against the wall. Oh, I hit the wall. Now remember, my left hand goes on top, trapping her elbow. Right hand underneath the wrist. Look what I'm going to do. You'll see it better now. It goes like this. I'm going to push. See? Look at my back. Like I'm just turned. I'll go right into 1, step back, 2, yeah! Keep going to the wall, 3. Good job, Miss Tran. So those were all two-hand shoulder grabs for high blue belt. Red belts. You have all knife attacks. Remember, the attacker is actually always stepping forward. Knives are very, very scary. So remember, your goal, sometimes if it's a situation you might be cut, you might be slit, you not want to be fully punctured with that knife, okay? So let's go through the first 3 today. Okay, so Miss Tran's gonna be my attacker. So from here, guardian stance, she's gonna step forward and attack me. I'm gonna step to the inside, cutting block. I'm driving her knife downward though, okay? She comes at me, I step to the inside. This is the inside. But it's not a cutting block like you normally think. It's downward, guys. You wanna hit it as hard as you can as me. She might let go of that if she's not ready, right? And then grab it, so I block, grab. These get a little complicated. I'm gonna step through, palm you strike. My goal is to strike as hard as I can. I might dislocate her shoulder. So I'm gonna step through, strike. Look how far my arm goes through. After I strike, look at my foot. It almost goes behind hers. My armpit up against her arm. Okay? I'm gonna turn it at a 45-degree angle now. From here, look, I come underneath, grab my own arm. I'm just gonna go like this. And this is where they should be letting go. If it doesn't, you can tell them, let go. She lets go of the knife if that hurt, right? Let's just say she doesn't, then she still has it. It doesn't matter. Okay, now watch. This hand stays here. I grab the back of her elbow. It's not like a hip throw, it's a rollover. So I'm gonna take her down to the ground and roll over my hip. So this hand wraps around my body, and she goes to the ground. I keep her on her side, remember? Just like in high blue, step over here. I'm gonna dislocate that, step across, push behind her elbow. Yeah! And punch. Okay, we're gonna try it one more time. I think we're gonna do it at a 45-degree angle so you can see better. So Miss Tran is right here. She steps forward, strikes. I come to the inside, chopping down. Remember, I'm striking strong as I can. Palm heel strike to her shoulder. Come all the way through with my foot. I'm gonna do an arm bar. I'm gonna do it strong. Right? Okay? Let's just say she doesn't let go. That's okay. You still grab it. You can tell her, drop the knife, whatever it might be. Grab her wrist. Or you can push it out. Grab it. Drop it. Roll her over your hip. Remember, it's not a hip throw. It's just a roll. Over, go right into 1, step across, push, 2. All right, that's number 1. That's the roll over the hip. Number 2, you're gonna go to the outside, okay? The outside. It looks like this. I go to the outside. Same idea. Look. Boom. It doesn't look like it hurts, but this does not hurt me, but it's gonna hurt them because that's sensitive. So I'm gonna strike, grab. Same idea. I'm gonna come from the back of her shoulder. Look, I might even go right to her face. So it goes shoulder into her face. I'm gonna do the same thing, but this from this side now. I'm gonna be like, drop it, right? Let's just say it really hurts. She drops it. She has to drop it. Look, here's the hardest part. Look at my feet. I'm gonna step with my left behind hers, bend her elbow. It's a sweep. So remember, sweep her foot. Keep her on her side. I'm gonna try to turn to where you're at. Up. See, I'm pushing right up right here, and then that goes, and then striking. Remember, your partner should feel this a little bit. That's for sure, because all these movements hurt. All right, so again, I step to the outside. Grab. Remember, it's a step through. Here, right into her face. Look at my foot, goes in front. Arm bar. Bend. Step back. Sweep. Good. Pulling up. And striking. Okay? One more. Here we go. This one, I think, even though it looks the easiest, sometimes it's the most challenging to get a grip. So here it goes. Remember, she's coming at me. Even if I move, you guys, never just stay upright. Always, even if I step to the inside, I'm curling in. Because even if I don't curl, it could possibly hit me. So you guys always curl in, okay? But I'm stepping to the inside, I'm gonna do a low block. So it looks like this. So she comes at me, right? She's there. I move, and I'm gonna block with my forearm. Look, it looks like almost like a circular movement. So I'm stepping right. She's coming at my body, assuming that these, remember, all striking to the body on just these ones. Now, someone says you're striking to the face, that's a whole different story. Block. I circle up, trap. So when I trap, my goal is to get her arm to be straight. See? So when I go straight. So when someone's arm is straight, for example, hers, she cannot really move it. Maybe let's just say she still tries to stab me. Very difficult. Her arm is straight, so tighten it. Forearm against the back of her neck. Pummel her down. Step back right. 2 knee strikes. 1, 2, and then drive her back. Okay? Or him or her. We're gonna do it one more time. She comes at me. This is the hardest one, I think, even though it's easy. It looks easy. I'm moving. I'm circling. I'm trapping. See, my hand comes behind the neck. You could even, boom, strike into her neck. Step back. 1, 2, drive her back. Okay? That was number 3. Red belts. Take those slow. Follow the directions. Those can get very challenging. But again, be gentle at home, okay? Have fun. All right, we are on a high red belt self-defense. You have 6 stepping through club attacks, okay? Today, we're gonna focus on the first 3. These can be kind of intricate, but you have to make sure you just follow my steps. Follow my lead. Here we go. Guardian stance, go. So my attacker is going to come forward and attack me with that club. Remember, club attackers at home, you can just, if you don't have a club, you just pretend like you have a club, okay? It doesn't really matter. They have to hold on tight, though, because it just comes right out of their hand. Here's the thing. If it's my right leg back, here's the clue. When I step forward left to block it underneath her wrist, my left hand goes on the outside of this X. That's how you have to do it. That's how it's going to work. It's easy because it's whichever hand is already in front. That makes it easy for you, okay? Ready? She's going to step forward. I get underneath the club. I never ever want to block the club. You want to block her hands. So see, she's going to stay right there. Remember, I stepped forward. My left hand's already in front, so it stays out front. I get underneath. The hand that's on the outside, which is my right, this gets complicated, goes at the top. Wrist down. This one, wrist goes on the bottom. So from here, it goes on top, under, okay? I move my lead leg, which is my left. I step into her. Watch, I want her to drop the club. I'm gonna get her behind her elbow, right on my shoulder. I'm gonna strike down. Yeah, like that, see that? So it's really like you're gonna hyperextend their elbow. You're gonna go as strong as you can. All right, here's the first one. This gets complicated. Right hand goes over, I call this over the top. Looks like this. Look at my right hand. It goes over. Left hand comes under. So your hand should look like this. See, both thumbs together. So right hand goes over, left hand goes under. I go over the top, and here it goes. I'm hip to hip. I'm gonna take her straight down to the ground. This does hurt. So you're gonna take your partner down. Remember, push on the knuckles. In real life, you're just gonna go like this. Drive her hand to the ground. Yeah! And punch. Okay? All right. So kind of rewind that and go through it again. We're moving to number 2. Number 2, you're gonna do the exact same approach. She comes at you, my hands are already up, right? My left hand's on the outside, it stays on the outside. I get underneath the club. Yeah! I get underneath it. Yeah. See? Same thing. The beginning part, right hand goes on the top. Left hand. Remember, you're arcing so you can grab with your thumbs. I step in left, just like my last one. Drive her elbow straight down to hyperextend. Yeah! Right? This one's a little different. Instead of going over, look at my right hand. I go under. See, I grab under. My left hand touches my shoulder. I go out. I'm grabbing here. So both thumbs are on the outside of her palm. Okay? So one more time, because I'm not going to repeat it. So when I hear, I just did this. Right hand goes under. Left hand, think about touching your chest and turning out. I'm going to step back. Her hand's going to look like a V when I take down. Look, I step left. Look at her hand. But I'm going to drive her back. So it's going to look like this. She's going to follow so she doesn't get hurt. I'm going to step left and take her down. Her hand looks like a V. She should already feel that. As soon as you're going down there, drive your knee to put that pressure so she can't stop. Yeah! And then punch. Okay? I know, these ones are a little bit more complicated, but like I said, you're going to want to rewind it and do it again. Now we're on 3. 3, I like 3. So here we go. She's going to step forward. I'm going to do a rear. That means my right. Rising block. Get underneath it, okay? So here we go. Yeah! See? I use my right. I'm getting lower. Look at what I do. Open up that hand. Grab her wrist. Left hand. Palm, heel strike. Right? So one more time, just from here. Blocking right. Grab, palm, heel strike. I grab her wrist. I'm going to hit her with this club now. Let's say she dropped it. It's okay. You can still take her down. Look it. I'm going to take my hand, come to the bend of her elbow. And look, I turn my hips. I'm going to hit her with the club. turn, hit, right at her neck. Okay, from there, look at this hand, went to the bend of her elbow. It's gonna help me, look at, it's hard for someone to control that. Hit, I'm gonna step through, sweep her leg down. Sweep, I step across. Let's just say she dropped it, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna choke her with her own club and punch. Okay? All right, that was number 3. Thank you, ma'am. So the first 2, you started with an X block. Number 3 was a rear rising block. All right, practice those at home.